Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs and Fuego, where we're documenting the journey. You see, I get trabado, you know what I mean? My whole thing, and see, we don't edit this thing. I'm like, okay, just documenting the journey of entrepreneurs in the Valley.
Great.
We're creating a digital footprint. We're creating a book. We're creating a collection of interviews of amazing entrepreneurs such as yourself. And with me, I have the distinct privilege of having Caroline
Yes.
Torres. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am a real estate agent in the state of Arizona. I have been doing it since 2009 and loving it. I'm very passionate about what I do. I feel that more than, like a mother, daughter, and
Wife,
a
maybe?
wife. I'm also a member of a big community, and that I'm happy to service. So I love Arizona, and I have Caribbean roots. So very, very active and outgoing, and proud to be, proud to be here.
Okay, cool. So you get involved into the real estate business 2009, which of course, I mean, we were just barely coming out of the recession, or were you still there?
Actually, when I got into real estate, I feel that there was still a lot of downhill when it came to the market. A lot of clients of mine, because I used to be in banking before.
Okay.
A lot of my clients will come up to me and they say, Caroline, I don't know what to do. I'm losing my house. And I didn't know how to help them. And it became very frustrating because I also started going through the same thing. My mortgage, it started to go up. I had one of those adjustable mortgages.
Right, and so all of a sudden you find yourself underwater.
Exactly. So it was so frustrating for me, for my family, and everybody around me to be in that situation that instead of complaining and becoming a victim, I decided to educate myself and find ways to not only help myself, but maybe help those that didn't have the information, that didn't, and
Gotcha.
That's how I got into real estate. So I've been doing it since 2009.
So you were in banking before?
Yes.
And so you were in the corporate world and...
Yes, and actually I saw myself doing that for the rest of my life. I enjoy working with people, working with clients, and I was able to develop a lot of great relationships with all my clients. And
I was going to ask you, so you got this relationship with the clients. So was there a specific moment where you say, all right, you go into your bank in the morning, you're working, and you're like, you know what? I just don't see myself doing this thing for the rest of my life anymore.
Yes.
Was there a specific time? Take us there.
There was a defining moment when I decided that I needed to do something different,
right.
That I needed to do something else. I remember at the end of 2008, a lot of banks were going out of business. Right. So one of the things that I saw happen, one of my managers of 30-something years, well, she was in the bank for 30-something years, just waiting to retire. And out of the blue, two people show up at the branch and they say, hey, I need you to get me a box. And I was like, okay, that's nothing weird. I'll get them a box. So I got them a box. So they went into my manager's office and I see my manager she just started crying. And yeah, the
just like that.
The office was, just covered with glass. So obviously you could see everything that's going on. So just like that, they just asked for a box and they asked her to put everything in that box.
No warning, no nothing.
No warning, no nothing. And to me, that was like a wake-up call. After 30-something years that she dedicated to, this institution, she was just let go. She wasn't even given the opportunity to have a farewell party or anything. So for me, that was like, you know what? I need to find something else. I didn't know what it was going to be at that moment, but I just asked. I believe in God. I asked God to show me a way, to show me something that I could be passionate about, that I love doing, that will also give me the same satisfaction that I got from when I was at the bank working with my clients. In some way, somehow, in 2009, everything that was happening with the housing market, that was that moment. That was that
that's what spurred your change right there.
Exactly.
And so Were you married at the time? Were you single at the time?
Yes, I was married.
And so you let your husband know, honey, I'm out of there.
Look, I didn't quit my job right away. I got my license and I decided, well, I just want to help people. I just want to go ahead, touch as many people as I can and help them, give them the information and the tools that they needed to make their decisions. And after a few months of doing both things, my full-time job and doing this part-time, I figured that, you know what? This is not something that you could do part-time. It's just unfair for those people that you're trying to help, and it's unfair for your family, and it's unfair for just everything in general. So I told my husband, I'm gonna quit my job. My husband was like, what? Are you crazy?
He's like, bye-bye guaranteed paycheck, right?
Exactly.
Or guaranteed paycheck, because really after 37 years, your manager gets go. So
and I said, I said to him, listen, I don't love what I do anymore because I don't feel secure. I don't feel that I'm going to be, taking into consideration the time on my part that I have invested in this profession. The one day when they don't need me, I'm disposable.
You're very disposable.
And
right.
I didn't want to feel like that.
And so you become an entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about that process. So your first day, you got your real estate license, you're out of the banking business, and now you're looking around, what do I do next?
It was very scary. It was very, very scary because here you have your family and everybody else telling you how you took the wrong step, are you crazy, where are you gonna get the money? But you know what, I believe that as long as you believe in yourself and you believe in what it is that you wanna do, the how is gonna show. I started doing research, okay, what do successful real estate agents do? How do they get their business? And, I always connected myself with successful agents.
So what do they do?
Well, they work. They wake up and they go to work every morning. They get changed and they go to work. And that's exactly what I do. I wake up and I dress to go to work every day and do the activities that are going to generate that business. Open houses, phone calls, calling our past clients, and just staying in touch with, those prospects that, come our way.
And it's about work, right? I mean, it's about getting out there. Nothing is going to come for free, right?
Nope. The mistake that a lot of times we make is thinking that someone is going to handles everything on a silver platter.
Yeah.
That things are just going to show up. Oh, if I stay in bed and, at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, someone is just going to pick up the phone and
it ain't going to happen.
And it doesn't happen that way. You got to go out there. You got to
Hustle.
put yourself out there. And that's exactly what I do. I figure out ways to, even through my social media, I let people know what I'm doing. Hey, I'm showing properties. Believe it or not, people respond to that. They know that I'm working and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and they call me because of it.
What I'm getting from you then, if you had to give an advice to somebody that wants... Now, you have the advantage right here that you can dispense this advice to other entrepreneurs or other women, men that want to be, get out of whatever they're doing right now and become perhaps a real estate agent, so they can watch this interview right now and go, yeah, she did it. She took that step and bam, she's working real hard. So what I was going to say is that the best advice that you can give somebody that wants to get in an industry such as yours, what would it be? Hard work?
It's not necessarily hard work. It's just working smart. Like if you're going to dedicate yourself into something, give it 100%. You give it 100% and, just focus on the things that you need to do, the activities that are going to give you the results that you're looking for. A lot of times we think that, like I said, by being in bed, that now you have a business card, that people are going to call you, and it doesn't work that way. You got to get up and you got to be purposeful.
How do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with those days that you don't want to get out of bed?
Well, those are the days that you have to find it within yourself and understand that you have to get up, because whatever it is that you do today, it will have negative results.
Did you see that? Did you see that catch?
I saw that.
Did you see that catch? You know what this is? Well, by the way, before I get to this thing that just flew in, because I got a little gift for it, how do you deal with with stress. How do you deal with obstacles? And what is your biggest obstacle right now?
Fear. My biggest obstacle, believe it or not, and I think it's what a lot of entrepreneurs goes to, the fear of failure. And
how do you deal with it?
Well, the way I have been handling that lately, I've been doing a lot of reading. I have been doing a lot of inner growing. Find out exactly what those fears are and what to do about them. I know that a lot of times we fear like, oh, am I gonna have enough to pay my assistant next month? You know, where's my business gonna come next month? And you know what? It's something that you're just creating that it doesn't exist. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, you shouldn't encounter issues, you shouldn't encounter problems. And the fact that I'm looking for ways to always grow and expand whatever knowledge I have, whether it's in my field of real estate, but how to become a better mom, how to be a better wife, how to be a better friend, you know, that knowledge that I keep acquiring, it's helping me, and you know, dissipate some of those fears. I have a fear of public speaking and speaking on camera.
You're doing perfect. I mean, la cámara desapareció. You know, the camera is gone. Yes. I mean, you're doing phenomenal. I mean, yes. I can see you. I can hear your passion come through loud and clear. And the message that you're giving to younger entrepreneurs or any other entrepreneur that is watching this video will help inspire them. Because you did it, you had the courage of doing it, and because of that, we're going to give you a peaceful soul. You see, we're talking about fears, we're talking about all these things, but we feel that entrepreneurs, particularly entrepreneurs in Fuego, in order to be successful, they have to have a peaceful soul. And what does that mean? That means that they have to have, and I'm going to read this, virtues such as simplicity, discipline, humility, kindness, and honesty.
Wow, great.
I'm going to give you one that I haven't worn. How's that?
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
But I really love your story. I mean, you're an inspiration for people that are coming right behind you that want to, you know, get into your business or just jump into the entrepreneurship.
It's just doing it. And I know a lot of times, again, we live in a world of fear.
Yes.
Fear of what? Fear of not knowing. Well, guess what? Whatever it is that you don't know, there's books out there for you to get, learn about whatever it is that you're trying to overcome. But just do it, just do it. Mistakes are gonna happen, and that's okay. That's part of growing.
Cool.
And yeah.
Focus on the present.
Yes.
No fear.
No fear. No fear.
Because my real estate agent is here, baby.
Yes.
That's it. And we're out.